In this video, we'll look at how to use the StarRez mobile app for completing your room inspections. The first thing that you're going to do is go ahead and open the StarRez X app. Once the window opens, you're going to want to go ahead and select the inspections option. And for this sample, we're going to use Nagel room 302. So we're going to go ahead and look at for browse by location. And then we'll scroll down to the building that you're actually looking to use. We're going to look for Nagel. Once the next window pops up, we're going to choose exactly which floor the room is going to be located on. In this case, it's going to be floor 3. And then we are again looking for rooms 302, 306 since this is a double suite. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. On the next screen, you're going to show where it actually populates every single one of the types of the rooms. So we have Nagel 302, which is the bedroom, Nagel 302-306, which is the shared bathroom, and the Nagel 306, which is the adjoining bedroom. So we're going to start with Nagel 302. When this opens up, you're going to see a few different types of options here. You're going to see 302-1, 302-2, and 302-common. The way this works is every single room is always going to have a bed space, which is going to be the -1s or the -2s, and common, which is going to be your community space. So think of it this way, anything with a -1 and -2 is going to be all of your furniture items. Anything that's a common space or a shared space is going to be things like your carpet and your walls. So we're going to start by doing 302-1. The way it works in the rooms is once you come in the door, -1 will always be clockwise, so it'll be the first room on or the first bed space on your left. We'll go ahead and open that. On here, what you're going to see is the room space that you're in, Nagel 302-1, and then all the different items that we want to look at in the room. Now, if you've done a few rooms, you're going to know exactly what to look at, so you don't need to go through the list every single time. But we want to make sure that we're looking at the bed frames, the mattresses, and when we look at the mattresses, we do want to flip them over and make sure that there's no tears in them. We're going to look at the dressers, desks, the bookshelves, the desk chairs, really important to make sure there's no stains or anything like that. And then also we want to make sure there's a trash bin and a recycle bin. Every single bedroom will have a recycle bin, and every single bed space will have one trash can. So if you think of it this way, if you have a 2-person room, you're going to have 2 black trash cans and 1 recycle bin. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down through the list. So let's say we're taking a look at our list and we see everything on here and everything looks great. What we're going to do is we're going to go on ahead and click Inspect All. That means we looked at every single item, everything matches the column on the right, which shows it was very good, and we are good to go. Now go to the very top of the corner of the screen and you're going to see Save. We're going to click Save. We have now gone in and saved that inspection to where it now shows that everything in there is great. Let's go back and let's say now we're going to look at the other side of the room, Nagel 302-2. We open up that side and we realize that inside of all of this that there's actually a dresser that's got a big chip on the front of it. What we'll want to do is go down the line and look at 3-drawer dresser, go ahead and click on the item, and it'll open up a new screen. Inside of all your materials that we're going to give you, we'll show you exactly a breakdown of what we consider to be very good, all the different ratings. Right here you can see how all the different ratings are. Very good, good, acceptable, poor, repair needed. If you select repair needed for anything, that is an item that is not usable, that we cannot have a student move in before move-in day with that item in the room. So please be careful when you're selecting that option. Everything that you are filling out inside this portal is viewable to the students, so you want to make sure that what you type in there is not only fully accurate, but you have really good spelling in there as well. So for this item, we're going to say, there is a chip on the front of the dresser, but it's still in good condition. We're going to change the condition down to good. You'll see that update here, and in the comments, we want to write what exactly is happening with the item. We're going to put chip on front of dresser. The next thing we're going to do is anything that you are going to add any details for, anything with damage, we do want to take a picture of. At the top of your screen, you're going to see a camera icon. Go ahead and select that camera. In a second, it will pop up in a window saying, would you like to go ahead and take a picture? Go ahead and say Take New. The first time you use this, it might ask you if you would like to access your photos. Go ahead and say OK because you do want to access your photos. We're just for demonstration, I'm just going to take a random picture here. We're going to click the Use Photo option. And in a second, this will actually upload to the system. And it will take a second depending on how large a resolution of the picture you took and also how good your web or internet connection is at that point. When pictures upload, you'll be able to click on the folder icon and that'll bring up a new window. And when that opens up, you'll be able to see exactly what was saved. In this image, we did just take a black picture, so you'll see that the image is saved right there. The next thing we're going to do is we want to go ahead and save this item, so go ahead and click Save. And on your next page, when it reloads, what you'll see is we now have changed the item of the 3-drawer dresser. Okay. And then we want to go ahead and say that yes, everything else on there looks perfect. We're going to inspect all items and we're going to click save. This one's now all set. So now we're going to the common area. The common area is going to show you everything again with the painting and the carpet. So let's go in and let's say that we're looking at the room and there is a black mark on the wall right by the bed. What we're going to want to do is open up ceiling and walls. For anything that's painting related, go on ahead and leave the condition as very good. You don't need to change the condition on that, only on furniture items. And on the comment section, we're going to type in black mark on wall. We do want to be very, very specific, so we're going to put this by bed on left. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we will take a picture for it just like we did before with the camera icon. Once we take the picture, we're going to click save. The other thing that you're going to see is on the bottom of the list, anything with a common or the dash common name for the room space, you'll see there's a section that says overall space. We want to take a picture of the overall space in the room for every single one of the spaces. And the reason why we're doing this is so at the end of the year, if someone says, oh, you know, I had an extra trash can in my room, or if something was already broken, it gives us a chance to make sure we can pull it up and see exactly what it looks like. So for every single room, we will take a screenshot or take a photo of the overall space. There should not be any comments that are on the overall space. This should just only be a picture on this. Once you're done, go ahead and click save again, and it'll open up to the next page. We will again click inspect all, and we're all done. So as you can see, this does go fairly quick, especially once you kind of get the hang of everything, because you'll be able to go in and look exactly for what you need to add and what you don't. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go back, and we've got those three spaces together. Then you've got the 302, 306 bathroom. Now the bathroom is always a shared common space. The only thing that's different is for the common space of the bathrooms, you do not need to take a picture of the bathrooms. So go on ahead and you can ignore that part. We just want to double check and make sure everything looks okay in the room as far as the ceiling, the mirrors, especially the countertops. We want to make sure there's nothing like burnt or chipped on the countertops, especially from like curling irons and things like that. Everything here looks fine, so we're going to want to click inspect all and we're going to click save. And we're going to want to click the back button. Now what we're going to do is going to click negative 306 and we're going to do the exact same thing like we did for over in 302. Now let's say that you've got an option where you're currently in charge of a floor that has apartments. So for example, negative 4th floor is apartments for us. So we're going to open up the negative 4th floor, and we're going to go ahead and look at apartment number 450. In 450, you'll see that there are multiple spaces. These are all private bedrooms. So in each one of the bedrooms, again, you'll have a common space and a bed space. And then your living room is going to be shared amongst all of them. So you'll see there's one little spot for living room. The real important thing that we're looking with anything that's going to be in apartments is we want to make sure that we're looking at the carpets and the couch and the chair. You do need to take a picture of every fabric item, so that means every couch item and every chair item, and attach it to here. Those are the items that tend to get damaged, and we do need to have the photo documentation on those for at the end of the year, so make sure you're putting all of that in there. One special thing to note about this is all the pictures that you take and all the notes that you're putting in here are viewable to the students through their online portal inspection module. So you want to make sure that what you're putting in there is definitely what you want them to be able to see. So make sure the pictures are clear, make sure they're accurate. Once you've gone through all the different spaces, whereas in an apartment you'll see there are a few different ones, but the nice thing is on this there's only 3 spaces that are shared by 4 students, so it actually makes things go very quickly. Now that we've gone over how to use the inspection module within the StarRez web app, let's take a look to go over kind of some of the details of what we learned today. Make sure that any items that are damaged do require a picture to be taken and uploaded. Accurately list the condition of each item using the condition chart that we provide. Be very descriptive in the comments, but be aware that students can see the details through their online portal, so please make sure to check for spelling and grammar. If you have any couches in your rooms, go on ahead and take a picture, because a neat picture needs to be taken regardless of condition for each one of those items. And a picture must be taken under the .overall space title for all shared spaces other than the bathroom. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your hall staff or any of us in the operations team, and we'd be more than happy to help you. We thank you for taking your time looking at how to use the inspection module for move-in this year.